Hello, this is Joshua for Frost Dragon Designs, and today I'd like to talk to you about my Gemini Zodiac Cat's Hard Enamel pin. This pin is part of Series 4 of my larger Black Cat RPG collection. In Series 4, I based the first 12 pins off of the 12 astrological signs of the Western Zodiac. This pin was inspired by Gemini, the twins. So let's get into the design. Of all of the Zodiac pin designs that I've done for Series 4, I feel like Gemini probably gave me the hardest time conceptually and in actual progress of working on it. Many of the other Zodiac signs have fun animals. In fact, Zodiac actually means a circle of little animals because they're so prevalent in the astrological signs, in the star signs. But Gemini is the twins. So it's two people as far as the actual astrological sign. And there's kind of two versions of the myth that I'm aware of. There's a Babylonian version with a king and someone who's titled is like risen from the underworld or something like that. And then there's the Roman version of it. I think it's Roman, maybe it's Greek. Version of it where a son of Zeus who's immortal was friends with another kid who was son of a king. And the son of the king died. And in both versions, the two people, the twins, are united together in the stars. So Gemini really has themes of immortality and mortality and being together for eternity. These are big concepts, and I didn't really know if there was anything I could do with those particular concepts in this pin design. So I decided I would just focus on its twins. It's two of them. They look the same or similar. I had the idea maybe they were mirrored, one facing one direction, one facing the other. I thought that was kind of cool. I'd never done that with a singular pin design. I had one other pin design with two kitties in it. It was one of the custom kitties from Series 3. But those were both left-facing kitties, meaning that they were player characters. By having one facing right and one facing left for Gemini, I don't know what exactly I'm saying here. Am I saying that one of them's a player character and the other one's an NPC? Am I saying that they're against each other, they're for each other? I'm not really sure. I just know that what I wanted to do with this design was have the twins, and I wanted to have one facing right and one facing left. That was really about as advanced as my concept got before I started working on this. So there was a lot of feeling my way around as I worked on this design. A lot of times you'll see in this video where I'm working on two of them and I outright delete one of them, make a copy of the other, and flip it right to left. And I do that multiple times, and part of that is because they're supposed to be twins. And so if I made a change to one of them that I felt would be more time intensive to make that same change on the other one, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just get rid of the one that doesn't match and make a copy of the one that I like and move on from there. Because the heads and the torsos are largely going to be the same. And the legs and the arms are really what give life to the pose. So that was kind of something I was doing just to try to save myself a little bit of time. But honestly, I don't know that it really did, because I was spending so much time trying to discover what these designs looked like, what these two characters looked like, that I'm not sure that I really ended up saving any time by doing that, because I was just spending so much time exploring, trying to figure out, what they looked like and what their poses were. For a lot of the process, I kind of had this idea that maybe they were like half casters, like, they each had like a weapon and were also casting a spell. That seemed like kind of a fun idea to work with. But in the end, I didn't go that direction, partially because I wasn't sure what colors to be using with that, but partially just because I came up with a better idea. I started thinking, well, maybe they're like twin gladiators. That seemed like a fun idea. And I got that idea because as I was exploring the armor, it just started to look more and more Roman to me. It reminded me of the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe. And so I was like, hey, let's just, this is an idea. Let's go with this. And that's often what happens when you're exploring as you're working. You just keep putting lines down until something catches your attention and acts as an inspiration point. And then you follow that path. And if that path bears fruit, excellent. If you end up not liking it, you just keep working until you come up with something that you do like. I think that's where a lot of people struggle, is they think that they need to have the idea before they start working on something. And for me, in art, that is absolutely not the case. I need to be working on something, whether I have the idea or not. And if I don't have the idea, I just have to trust that as I'm putting lines down in my sketchbook, that as I'm putting lines digitally in Inkscape, that the idea will come to me sooner or later. I might be putting down a lot of lines I don't like for a while, but eventually the idea will come. And by that point, I'm already kind of in the working zone. So it then becomes easier to take that idea, that spark, whatever it is, and just jump right into working with it. So it took me a while to get there, but once I finally got to the point where I decided, okay, these are like twin gladiators with like a Roman legionnaire kind of look about them, then it just became so much easier to just worry about, finding the details and getting it to look good. I was no longer trying to find what was my concept that I was working with. I was at that point trying to find what other details can I change, add, or remove from these designs to help further the concept that I had come up with. For me, a lot of these designs are really about storytelling, because I've said it before, when I come up with little ideas in my head for these characters, and I have little stories and things that they do in my head, and that's really where I draw a lot of the inspiration from. Once I had the idea, oh, these are gladiators, the storytelling aspect becomes, what else can I do to convey as much of that story that's in my head to the viewer without words? Now, likewise, are there any elements that I've introduced that are not helping tell that story? And one of those that you see repeatedly in this video is I do like the one of them's wearing dark, the other one's wearing light, or that sort of thing. I try that with the armor at the end here, but earlier in the video, I do that with one of them has dark pants and light shirt. The other one has dark shirt, light pants. I kept trying that concept. And in the end, what I came up with was that concept did not improve the image aesthetically, and it did not help advance the story. So I did away with that in the end and made them both wearing the exact same outfit, which again unifies the twins concept more than having them different gave the image aesthetically, in my opinion. Then at the very end, it's just a matter of cleaning things up, making sure lines connect where they should, making sure that the image feels visually balanced to me. Something that was bothering me right toward the end here was it just kind of felt heavy toward the left, but adding that cape on the right really just helped put the finishing touch on this design. So I hope that you've enjoyed watching me explore this concept of twins in this video, and I hope that you enjoy the design that I came up with. Please go ahead and like and subscribe. There will be a new video every week for every design in the campaign. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.